What's up, y'all? Welcome back. So it's been a minute, about 2.5 weeks now, I guess, since the last video. I mentioned in that video that we're gonna move, and it's been hectic ever since. So let's get into this. We'll talk about some things, what's going on, what the plan is, and all that good stuff, and go from there. All right, so I actually had a couple of you guys reach out on Instagram and ask about like what's going on, what the plan is there a new video coming, and things like that, and it's just so rad. I appreciate you guys viewing and wanting more stuff and all that. I had a schedule that I wanted to stick to, but it's just been so hectic. Since I said we were gonna move, things kind of got through into hyperdrive, and it's just been so busy. I actually think that same day that I mentioned that in the video, my wife got a response about the job she applied to, and she got it, and that kind of kicked everything off. So the job was kind enough to let her have a month to get up there, so that was hugely helpful, but it has been wide open since that to get everything in order before we leave. So I thought while I was out here today doing some things in the garage, sorting things out, packing things up, that I would kind of fill you in on what's going on, what's happening. So we are moving back to the DC area on the Virginia side, but we lived there before we came to Florida, and honestly, it's just time to go back. Yes, we're starting over again, but we originally came to Florida to start over and to kind of like slow down a little bit, but as time has gone on, we kind of felt like we slowed down a little too much here. And there are some other things, but that's for a different conversation. We are definitely excited to get back up there in the area and all that, but there's a lot more to it than just packing things up and hitting the road. I have a company here that I run, so we've been trying to figure out how to get that squared away with like changing over all the licenses and the addresses changed and yada, yada, yada. We've been going through everything here, of course, trying to get everything sorted and packed and thrown away and all that kind of stuff. Actually, here, I'll show you. I mean, as you can see, the garage is a straight up mess. We had to get everything out of the attic that's above us here. There's tons of Christmas stuff we gotta throw away. Some old stuff from a brand I had for 10 years or so. That's the display things we had for events and things. Gotta get that out of here. I mean, it's just a mess in here. There's just stuff everywhere out here in the garage and inside. So we've packed up pretty much the entire house at this point. There's just boxes everywhere and stuff everywhere. It's a mess in here. We're trying to sell like pretty much everything we own because we don't want to have to ship it and like pack it and move it and all that stuff. So we're getting rid of all this stuff. So we're in the middle of all this, and yeah, it's just been a mess. So on top of all of that, there's another little added chaos to this whole situation. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it there before, but my wife had an X1, and it was rear-wheel drive, which was fine because, well, we're in Florida, so didn't really worry about it so much. But now that we're going back north, I wanted her to have at least an all-wheel drive car. So I started to hunt for her another X1, but an all-wheel drive version. I had located one. I was going to do some things to it. There was lots of plans for it about putting it on the channel and having some like Euro flair here. And but to make the story shorter, I found it. It was sick. It was in Texas. We were going to have it shipped, and it was going to be here in plenty of time before we left. So I negotiated everything with the dealer. They agreed. I agreed. They were going to send me the paperwork, and so I sold my wife's X1 to Carvana. Awesome experience, by the way. So fast, so easy, and they're paying a crazy amount for cars right now, so that worked out great. But then, you know, they came, picked up the car. I sent all the money for the down payment on that car, and then the dealer says that they messed up. And honestly, I was kind of annoyed already with the dealership, but this kind of put it over the edge. And I felt like it was not my problem that they messed up. We had already agreed and signed and sent money. But they wanted to change the terms, and I was not okay with that, so I said forget it and send me my check back. So they sent me back all the money, but we sold her transportation. So now we're back to square one, and she's been having to drive the truck. So projects on that have kind of been on hold, and the garage has been packed full of things from the attic and all that stuff that you saw. And honestly, it's been monsoon style raining here every day since the last video. It's just been insane. So getting anything done out here has been less than successful. All right, so let's see, recap. We've been looking for a place to live in this asinine housing market. We've literally lost 2 houses by the time we even finished the paperwork. So there's that. Trying to find my wife some transportation, and just packing every day, tracking down documents, trying to do the addresses thing, all of that goes with that. Selling everything we own. you can say it's been a little crazy around here. And you could say, probably, maybe, most likely, I have my hand in too many jars at the moment. But that is the situation that we're currently in, so we're just trying to stay positive, deal with it best we can, and just get up north. If I was a good YouTuber, I would have probably had all this planned out and had content to fill the void. And to be fair, this all came on pretty quick, and the switch was flipped, and now we can't flip it back. So gotta do what we gotta do. Also, before I forget, I also just did a drop with my brand here recently. I don't talk about it a whole lot on here because, like, I mean, of course he has a brand, but like, I've been doing brands for like 12 years and it just helps me get my creative juices out, you know? But yeah, we did that, and I'm excited about those things. This is not one of those shirts, but these are, and if you want to check those out, there will be a link in the description. So, speaking of documents and paperwork, let's have some fun. So that's about all that's happening right now. If you are here after a couple weeks of nothing and you're watching, I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I will film more of the moving process once we're like actually moving. Right now it's just packing up all of our stuff, so not very interesting. But once we get to like filling the truck up and the trip and all that good stuff, then we will film some more stuff then. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it as always. Drop a comment down below if you want to. And while you're down there, don't forget to do all the other YouTube things. It does help out a bunch. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time. Bye.